Hey,
Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me all right?
I can. Yeah, let me
Good.
mute your stream. Okay. All right, cool. Are you able to share the screen in Discord as well? Or I can just watch the stream on a delay.
Yeah, give me a moment. Probably.
Sure.
Let's try
There
this.
we go.
Let's see how it goes. So it's
That works fine.
working. Let's see if I get any lag.
That's good enough. Yeah. Okay. So there are like, so this is I like this jump a lot as a practice because it tells you how good you're doing based on where you hit on this texture. And so
Right.
you get to like practice each of the parts independently and like see how each of them interact, right?
Thanks for the good thought. Welcome on in. Yeah, that one was terrible. That's about as good as just gliding straight on. Like,
No, it's absolutely not. Gliding.
that's
Barely
almost
gets
as
you to
good as
that.
gliding straight on.
So here, wait. So okay, so there are a few things going in. So first, we're going to look at where we want to jump from. So as you can see, like sort of where you're facing off to your right, there's a point. So forward and to your right, there's a little bit of a, yeah, right there.
Okay.
So you want to be running off and jumping from, about one Spyro's length in front of you.
Okay. Thank you, Sidner. Have fun.
See you later, Cinder. And so, first off, let's just not charge and let's do a glide from that point, and we'll just see what it is like. Yep.
Yeah, so
So that's about how much height you get, right?
Yep.
So, actually, here, before we do another one, let's are you in active camera mode now or passive?
Whatever the default, I haven't changed. Passive.
Okay, passive. Good. Okay. So we're gonna can you like what is it, R2 the camera, and do like 90 degrees? Yeah. So like
90.
Yeah, like that guy. So I'm gonna have you do two things. First, just tap the charge button. So with the camera at that angle.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. So tap it as lightly as you can. There you go. So he doesn't go far, right?
Yep.
And now what I want you to do is do the same thing, but instead of tapping square, tap at the same time X and square. Can
like
you do
that?
it a little bit at the same time? I think you did jump a little bit soon, but yeah.
Okay.
There you go. See how much further you went and how much quicker you went?
Yeah.
So what you just did there is a single frame jump charge. And you can do it very easily when you're still like this, because the game, whatever reason, looks at jump before it looks at charge. You can't do that when you're charging or anything like that. But so the reason I say this is because it really shows just how important momentum is. Yeah, right? See how quick you got that? Versus a single charge. So if you were to, from where you are right here, start charging and do just a glide without a charge glide, but from the right point, you wouldn't really have that much momentum.
Right.
It takes about 2 seconds for Spyro to get up to around 90% of his charge speed. So that was like 1 second, right? So you have to go from really far away to get like a real full momentum charge. So there you're probably going to get maybe, yeah, right? So if you do that and you do a very quick jump off of that, you'll have around 95% of his momentum. It's not a full momentum. I wouldn't worry about doing that specifically in runs. Like that's a little bit tricky, and but it sort of shows how different the momentum is when it's full and when it's just started. So for a lot of the jumps, it becomes a lot easier if you've been charging for a while. And if you just start charging, yeah, there you go. You see how you went higher?
Yeah, that's definitely higher.
So there are two more things that are going to get you the full way. One is jumping at the top of your jump. You're still jumping maybe half a second before you're anticipating a bit.
Yeah, very
early.
And that's why I'm not making the metalhead glide in vanilla, like just regular strats.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go. That was a lot better. You could have held it maybe a quarter of a second more, and it would have gotten you very, very close.
I failed the charge glide part of that, but that height was a bit better.
you jump from about a spiral length away from the point you want to jump from. It's harder to see on this than it is in the Misty Bog one. That's absolutely the case. But
okay.
So this, you know, maybe you don't need to expect to get it, but it's a good practice because it tells you like how well you're doing just based on the texture. That was good. That was good.
I think that was still a touch early with the with wide.
And you're not getting your full momentum either.
Sure, but I'm not actually trying to get my full momentum.
Sure, but you're not going to get the jump then if you don't. So if you start from around the base of the hill and charge up, it will be, yeah. There you go. So did you see how when you jumped, you sort of like glided a little bit early, but the jump was faster and further when you had the full momentum? That's what we mean by the momentum preserving jump. Whereas that one, maybe it was a little bit too long off the charge. That was good. It's about getting the feel, but that I really like this jump. It helps visualize what each of these are.
That's why I keep missing that jump too.
Yep.
That's the wrong location.
That jump's tricky as well, because if you go on the too low of the side towards that like skill point place, you can't get the full height of your jump. The slope cancels it out.
I like how we talk about skill points as if this is SRT.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Skill point that you need to get to complete the game.
Yes.
But I think this is a really, really good practice. Oh, that was a good jump. That was a good jump.
That one wasn't great.
Good.
I think if I helped the jump a little longer, that might have made it.
I think so. See a few other good practice jumps that you'll make rather than this one, which you'll eventually make. You know, it's not. This is like a easy to medium level one, right?
Okay.
It takes effort to get, but it's not a very hard jump. It's not one of the very hard jumps in the game. Another nice easy one is in Ice Cavern, right before Magic Stairs. When you do your route, you go along the little path that has the green gems.
I mean, I do bowl. Oh yeah, I do go along that path with the green gems.
Yeah, right. And you'll see a lot of other runners do like a jump to get to the left, right? You go to the left rather than that path with the gems. And that's another one where you need, I guess you could do well, but you need a charge glide. And you need a little bit of momentum there. And it's not a hard one. It's one that you can probably get right now with your charge glides.
Oops. Welcome back.
Hey, I'll check.
Missed that one. I'm gonna approach Devlin from the wrong side. Classic Spyro the Dragon.
With that movement, if you aim for the green gem and then immediately go to Devlin, you'll pick up the gems, the 2 red gems, either before or after. So you don't need to worry about them as much.
Bonk. See, I was on push to talk during the race because Sidner made me say bonk every time I bonked.
Ah, I see.
And now I've just picked that up as a habit. Bonk.
Oh. Good thief catch.
I missed that in my PB, so I had to do an extra loop.
It gets a little harder getting the green gem on the right, because he sees you from further away, but it's still good. And you got the flame charge too, like that's the technique.
I agree about it. I like sort of understand flame charges. I'm not going for them intentionally.
So when people talk about flame charges, often they mean like getting the gem to home in on you. But literally a flame charge is flaming and then charging.
Yeah, sure.
And that is much more widely applicable than getting the gem to home in on you. Because it pushes your flame out in front of you and gives less time for enemies to react to the flame, like to run away like these, or Misty Bog for the frogs to try to kill you. And so if you do like a very quick flame and then charge, you'll find it's like and flame earlier than you expect. You'll find it's a lot easier to get certain things, even if you're not going for the gem homing in, which is harder, right? And
Right.
depends on every single enemy.
So that one I can intentionally fail the glide and it's faster. This one, if I miss, it's really bad.
Do you want to try going from the third stair for this jump?
I've tried going down one step and it's only like 50-50.
Okay.
I've been 0% from the third.
Okay.
But yeah, I tried that last night.
Okay. All right. The thing I find hardest about that glide is getting like losing height on the wall.
Oh, thank you for the
Because you have to
bits.
wrap
You
around.
don't have to do that all tech.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. You can if you want.
I mean, I cannot stop you, but you absolutely don't have to. Thank you, I appreciate it.
There you go. That should work.
It's too much of a... The problem is the wall, not consistent with
Yeah.
how the glide goes.
Yeah, the wall is always the problem. It's the problem from the third stair. It's the problem from the second stair. It's the problem from the highest step. You know, if you lose height on that wall, it just doesn't work.
But it's very hard to lose height from the highest step. Like, it happens, but...
That guy there, you made it, right? If you had
Yeah.
gone from the third step, it wouldn't have worked because you didn't give enough height on your jump.
Makes
I
sense.
know the feeling of like you want to go like fast, and so you react a little bit too quickly. But jumps, those sort of jumps are ones where you want to take more time than you feel that you need. That would work. Yeah. That would have worked from the fourth stair too.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been practicing this. I'm still not consistent enough. I had a couple of runs die to just plummeting into nothingness with failed charge jumps, charge glides,
Yeah.
but that's the problem. If I get it 95% of the time, that's still time loss.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
yeah.
The beneficial thing about charge glides is they open up new routes.
Right.
It is true that they are faster. It is true, and you don't lose the little bit of height on your glide. But really, the big benefit is they push you forward and they're a little bit faster. But really, the benefit and also with like momentum preserving jumps is they open up new routes. Okay, what are some other good in Clifftown, do you do any of the jumps?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I
First
do
one's-
the required ones, obviously.
Yeah.
But
The first one's tricky.
the turnaround, I'm not going to get. Probably not in neither of the
Yeah,
wall
probably not.
glides.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe jumping across to the right of the bridge. That one
Yeah.
should be easier than the Misty Bog one, I think. Not that
makes
much. It's not
sense.
very easy, but and
I
it
was
doesn't
gonna
save much
do-
time, of course, but it does put the thief in a better position.
what I've been focusing on for the most part, though obviously not when you came in, is the ones where I'm actually just losing 30 to 60 seconds because I'm
Yeah.
failing a glide.
Yeah.
So, perfect. Just
Which one was
exactly as
the-
we were going for. Going to Metalhead.
Which one was
because
the Metalhead? Yeah, which glide were you talking about?
there's just a platform with a bunch of gems after the boss that you have to glide to and theoretically glide back.
Okay.
That I just regularly fail. I think I got it in PB, actually. What? Okay. That would have been boulder skip.
Yep.
I have no
You
idea
can do
how I
that
did
on
that.
It's based on the camera. If you can do that on the Wild Flight portal too, and it zombies you, so you can't actually go in any portals after.
Okay, so I will try and avoid that.
It's pretty easy. If you just go in the portal immediately, then it should be fine.
I don't know why I'm going for double when I can't even get one.
Reverse your inputs there. Do a jump and then a flame.
Where?
On any spring chest, do a jump and then the flame. So the opposite of what you would think.
Okay. This is a wall glide, right? I can't just fake it.
You don't need a wall glide, no, actually.
Okay. Is it makeable in both directions?
Yes, yeah. Almost. I mean, you see, it wasn't that bad. If you had given a lot more height on the jump, it would have been fine.
That one didn't work.
There you go. See? It's not a bad one.
For the most part, I'm okay damage boosting here, but still.
Yeah.
So let's save state with the camera facing the right direction.
Good. See, pretty easy.
Yeah, what I was
Better than the
finding,
Misty Bog one.
what I found in high caves is that I was failing the glide because I'd stopped to line it up. And so
Yes.
I had no momentum.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. There you go. Good job.
Thank you. I actually did something right. That means it's
That
time to
saves,
cut stream. Oh, I'm Sparksless.
that-
Okay, that's fine.
That saves about 10 seconds. That's a big one, actually. That's bigger than the Misty Bog one.
That's a... That just cost me like a minute, so that's fine.
No, it probably only 20 seconds.
It's okay, I'm not going back. Actually, I have a save state. Let's try this again. This is basically Sparksless 120, where I'm just cheating and not collecting everything. Okay, that time I didn't done it. I didn't do the 99 lives cheat, so.
On ones like that, if you're not confident on your charge glide, that's a casual glide you can just make with a normal glide.
Yeah. I'm not learning Sparksless, especially not Sparksless 117. That would be disgusting. I can't believe I'm going to learn Sparksless 117 at some point. I don't have a Sparksless command.
This guy is hard. Oh, good job. Good job.
I missed a gem back to the back, so I guess that's fine. Nothing was conveniently playing. Thanks, Sparks. Okay, so yeah, this is up here is closer to where I want to practice. My metalhead splits are just vary so drastically. This is not the one I'm
Until
supposed to do.
Until your movement is a little bit more consistent, because the cycle is so short, it's kind of hard to get a consistent cycle. So you have to make do with what you have.
Not sure it
That's
was
okay,
a
you know.
damage boost, but okay. No, apparently not. Okay. No, that's not toxic. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Britney Spears.
I can't believe that Robo Sheep is just giving me free gems. this will do it.
Yeah, good job.
That second cycle's a lot easier than the first. There's no point in rolling them sparksless.
It is, yeah. So it's this jump here after
Yeah.
this run. Yeah. It is a surprisingly hard jump. Getting the full hop is, I think, going to be the biggest thing for you. Hey.
Part of it is, normally I just try and do it like this, and so I don't build up much of a charge.
Yeah.
Missed that jam, but and also didn't get much of a right. Yeah, this makes a lot more sense.
Getting the charge in the full glide. You could,
Yeah.
In fact, if you didn't charge glide, you could still make it with these jumps and charges together.
I'm not quite making it, but
I mean, if you just did a normal glide, not if
Oh.
you charge.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Come on. Yeah, and I've never made it back, so that's an improvement. Of course, I do that immediately after. But this is progress.
You might not be sparks here in your run too, so this might be a little
I
bit more
tend to be.
practice than.
Well, okay, so this all makes sense. Low ads.
Ooh, ads.
Not that. Thank you for the bit for no readily apparent reason.
You're welcome.
I see half of the message, but it's cut off by my notice telling me I have ads.
So since we have already agreed Arugula is going to do 117 Sparksless, let's start planning what we're going to bully him into doing next.
Listen, I'm already being bullied into doing Link to the Past rando. Bonk.
These are good jumps and
Yeah, that's what I'm practicing right now. That was less so, but
less so, but yeah, good enough, right? You see, you make it almost maybe a third, a half of the way over just with the jump.
yeah.
That's I think why I say that's a whole lot bigger than charge glide, because the point from which you're doing the start of the glide is, significantly further out. It's as if you have a significantly higher jump when you preserve the momentum.
All right, our ads are done. Welcome back. I had to grab that gem, but I'm sparksless, so I can just charge through it anyways. Oh, right, Debbie, and I was going to post in your channel that I'm going live since you're here, but I didn't. I forgot.
I can do it.
Up to you. Depends how much Debian content you think your channel wants.
Probably none, but that's alright. I can do it.
That's relatable. That's why I don't have a Discord. I kind of want to make one just so I can use my own sub emotes on Discord, though.
Yeah, that's a big reason why I'm pissed that I'm annoyed that the hype emote, because I made it a follower emote, so anyone who follows me can use it on my channel.
Yeah.
Discord doesn't understand that. So I can't use it on any other server, and I'm really angry about that.
Yeah. Like the Urugla Bello one is my favorite emote. And it's in your Discord, but it's not a sub emote there, so I can't use it elsewhere.
Oh, you could pay $2 a month for Discord Prime or whatever it is. Whatever it is. Sorry.
YouTube Plus.
Yeah. If you pay for Netflix, you can use your sub emotes. Where's my Discord? Promo.
The metaverse, also known as twitch.tv/Urugla/subscribe. Don't do that, please.
That was better. The aiming, of course, is a thing, but that just comes with practice, right?
Yeah, what am I actually aiming for?
The closest point.
So to my left.
Yeah, to the left of where you just did. There you go. Oh, almost.
Didn't do
You
a
had to
great
line up
charge
and
job.
then after the jump, yeah. What controller are you using, by the way? Like
PS4.
PlayStation 5?
4.
PS4. Yeah, okay, so
Basically the
should
same
still be
thing.
fine. Some controllers can be a little like imprecise about true forward. That was good.
I have had trouble in like Nintendo 64 games with the I'm not using D-pad.
Mhm.
So I have trouble with getting it to go exactly the direction that I want, which is a huge deal in like Ocarina of Time, because if you try and go diagonally at all, he just slows to a crawl. But for this, it's not as big a deal.
On that one, you could have jumped a little further forward and you could have given a little bit more time on the jump. It's really like very laid back with how the highest jump is. It's more so than you would think.
I'm starting at the wrong angle.
Yeah. That was good. That was very close. That was very close.
We're getting there.
You're doing better than when you started.
Very much so, yes.
And that's already telling you you've improved, and probably some of the other jumps are going to be easier. Maybe even the Misty Bog one.
Yeah, let's try it. And then I'll probably start a run. All right. Can't do that.
trick I sometimes use on those fireworks just when I'm practicing like that. If you flame them, then you can run by them without them exploding on
Yeah.
the timer. So it's like safe to flame them because you have enough time to get out of the way.
Oh, I've never made that 3-step jump before.
There you go. There you go.
I stopped for no readily apparent reason. No, my save state angle is not good. Yeah, that's comfortable even.
You see how you don't even really need the charge at the
Right.
end?
That's why it's comfortable.
Mhm. Yep, there you go. See? One
Alright.
of the ways you know you're going to make it is if the jump feels like it's a little bit higher than you're expecting. Just because of the slope of the angle, you're getting a little skitter before you do it. So you are actually getting a power jump there, I think.
Oh, there's one more I wanted to do. It's gone from my head. Give me a moment. Hold on. I can remember this. Ah, I got it. Okay. So this is one that I think most of you do, and it just, the cost of failing it is so immense that I haven't bothered. From the second dragon here to the semi-secret area with the single Nork.
That one should be fairly easy. Easier than you expect. Because you don't actually need to jump on that. You can charge jump and fly and make it. The issue is probably going to be the wall keeping your height down, losing your height.
Oops.
Oh, you mean this one? Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so normally I do what's clearly the intended strat by gliding from up here.
Mm-hmm. But this one should probably be easier for you.
Yeah, I was failing this last night when I was trying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is this faster because the dragon pushes you backwards?
It is.
Okay.
Especially if you leave the... I don't do this, but if you leave the Nork for later, then you get a cleaner line to the dragon. I think the fastest thing is to jump over the round cactus. That gives you the tightest line, but you risk bonking if you don't do it, right? So you can go around to the left as well. There you go. You can also get, if that's a little bit too close, you can get more height on your jump when you're going. See?
Now, I'm not sure it actually makes sense for me to go for this. I don't think it saves enough time given the risk, but again, good practice, Monk.
Absolutely.
like the Misty Bog one. It makes no sense for me to incorporate that into my route right now.
I think the Misty Bog one is harder and less forgiving. It's harder to get out of that.